What's up everyone, it's your boy NR2003 aka Nathan Stapleton, and welcome everyone to Richmond Raceway in Virginia for race number 5 of season 4 of the JBL Cup Series. First time ever here at Richmond. I am this 3/4 of a mile, 7/8 of a mile long short track, and we've never been here in the JBL Cup Series, so it's a lot of unknowns for these 40 JBL Cup Series drivers here for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. We don't really know what to expect. A lot of the drivers saying that it's gonna be mostly the inside lane will be the preferred lane. It's not really a second groove here, so we might see some bean and bang. We might see some bump at one, knowing of how important that inside lane is. We just have to wait and see. But first time ever here at Richmond, don't really know what to expect, but these guys need to learn something here in these next 100 laps, because this is one of the races that are in the chase this season, so they could get a lot of information when we come back here under the lights this time at the end of the season. But last time out, we saw a part-timer of Terrence Green pull off a upset. He dominated the race, but pull off an upset and won and stole a win from one of the full-time drivers, and he did not make it into the show here today, unfortunately, but he did win last week at Phoenix. And here is the points after 4 races after the West Coast win. Jordan Stout is still having an incredible rookie season. He has the point lead. He took it away after Angel Vela had a problem last time out, and so that means Jordan Stout has an 18-point lead over Angel Overa. Jakina is in third, 19 points back. Fourth is Ben Watson, 20 points back. Fifth is Nathan Woolman, 24 points back. Sixth is Dale Campbell, 32 points back. Seventh is Eric Monaco, 34 points back. Eighth is Justin Zidell, 35 points back. Ninth is Colin Quapley, Daytona 500 champion, 38 points back. And then running out the top 10 is Travis Crampton, 39 points back. And right now we have 2 race winners out, 11th, 20th in points. So the 2 people that would have the wild card as of now, John Andrews is currently in 16th in points, and Wyatt Walker in 18th is currently, Wyatt Walker is currently in 18th. So still really only on race number 5 here today, but sooner or later those points will start to matter here. And today kind of starts a little bit of a East Coast swing. We just got done with the West Coast swing, and now we are here to kind of kick off the East Coast swing, I should say, because the next 4 races are Richmond, Darlington, Talladega, and Charlotte. So all kind of like the eastern southeast part of the United States. So we're out west, and now we are here on the East Coast. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get the engines fired for race number 5 on the season, and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Top 10 it is as follows: Quinn Moore and Nathan Woolman, Scott Upton, and the point leader Jordan Stout, Josh Williamson, and Justin Zidell. Angel Overa, who was the point leader, trying to bounce back, and Mitchell Collins. And running out the top 10 is Wyatt Walker and Troy Gossett. 100 laps on tap. I believe it's like 50-ish laps on fuel. I'm not entirely sure, but there's gonna be a wild one here at Richmond Raceway. Pace cars on pit road, and that will leave the field. And I think it's the Quinton and Nathan Woolman. The first time ever the JBL Cup Series is racing at Richmond Raceway. Let's go racing for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. What a jump! What a start from the number 34 of Quinton Moore. He, with almost a half a second lead, already pulls out in front, and Scott Upton is going to be in second for the time being. Here comes number 23 of Josh Williamson. We had a great one at Las Vegas, or a solid one at Las Vegas, and he got a good one at Phoenix last week. And here comes Angel Obey, who was the point leader trying to take further away. He's going to go to the inside lane. And one thing I will say is that you really want to make little passes early on here to at Richmond, because it's going to be, as we get more split out as the race goes on, it might be a little bit harder to pass. Just have to wait and see if how everything goes. But Obeo's going to take that third spot, and now here comes Walker trying to take the fourth spot away from Williamson, but he's going to keep it. Turn 2, the top side can kind of get a decent one. He can't really pass up there, but he can at least maintain the spot. But Walker got a good 3 and 4, and he's going to try to take that fourth spot away from Josh Williamson, but Williamson again with a decent one off turn number 2 up top, but not good enough, not as good as the first time around. And Walker is going to take that fourth spot away, and meanwhile we might have a battle for the race lead here momentarily. Scott's all the way on the apron almost, trying to get down to the inside of the veteran Quinton Moore. And forwards are now we have a forward 1-2, but then we got a forward, and then we got a bunch of forwards back here in the back half of the top 10. And 100 laps, that seems a lot, but not here at Richmond. We are doing about 22 seconds a lap here, and it is not going to take that long whatsoever, all the way on lap number 7 in this one. And Scott Upton maintaining a gap over Quinton Moore, but Quinton Moore, he jumped to a good start, and he is maintaining that. And it's going to be interesting if long one ends up being the way that you want to go, or if it's going to be a trap position race. We don't really know, because we've never been here before in the JBL Cup Series. But Tori Gossett, she got second last week at Phoenix, and we got a early caution here at Richmond. And oh man, we got a front stretch chaos here. Looks like that is Jordan Edwards with some right side damage. Don't really see who else got involved. There's a lot of scattering, though, from the looks of it. Beal might have a little bit of right side damage. Can't really tell, but the right front has some damage to it. Oh man, the Las Vegas winner, John Anders, has damage. Does it seem to be okay? Don't really know what exactly happened, but it doesn't look like that many drivers have damage. Now, only on lap 9, lap 10, so I don't think many will pit here. And it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. The 43 is going to pit, but he has damage. He's the only one that is going to pit. So that tells me that maybe they can make it like on one stop, and they don't really want to pit right now. So with that being said, a little break in action here. Early caution on that non-lap 10. Let's see what happens to bring out the first caution in race number 5 on the season and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400 at Richmond Raceway. Well, here we go. This will happen in turns 3 and 4. Air through the rookie to the channel. Turns, the Season 3 JBL Cup Series champion Allison Rain, Bumper Hook, and up the track they went. Jordan Edwards, I should say, just an innocent bystander, a massive hit between the 7 and the 91. Lifted the 91 off the ground. Jordan Style got a piece of it, and then a lot of these guys, they were just trying to avoid this mess. And they were just trying to scatter. But a lot of them don't really have damage. The Chikino got a little piece of it, but other than that, it doesn't look to be too bad. So that could have been a lot worse, but fortunately, just a rookie mistake from Ed Thrill. He's been pretty impressive this season when he's made a race in this Uncharted number 91 machine, but that was not a good move, turning the defending champion of the JBL Cup Series. Here we go, following along with the 9-1 of Ed Thrill, and not much I can really say. He just turned the defending champion, and unfortunately that involved the number 12 of Jordan Edwards and the 78 and a couple others, but Really, the only big hits were the 901 and the number 7. Everyone else didn't really get that much involved in it, so that's a good thing at least, but that's unfortunate for that to happen early on here at Richmond. And who knows, maybe that will not be the only uh, short track racing incident that we have here today. We just have to wait and see. No one decided to pick besides the number 43 of John Andrews. I don't know why I keep on saying that, but I don't know why I keep on getting John and Jordan mixed up. But anyways, we will go back going here at Richmond and let's see what happens here in the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Welcome back to Richmond Raceway here for Season 4 of the JBL Cup Series, and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400, we will go back going on lap 15 of 100, and good news, everyone is still out there on the racetrack. We got 39 cars on the lead lap. Fortunately, the only one lap down is number 91 of X Brew, but that does make sense because he did get airborne a little bit, and he did take one of the bigger hits in that early incident. It would be Quentin Moore, Scott Upton, Angel O'Bara, Wyatt Walker, Troy Gossett, Josh Williamson, Tyreek Huntman, Logan Williams, Mitchell Collins, and Zachary Fitzgerald, the top 10 on this restart. Pace car is on pit road, and Quentin Moore will lead us back to the green on lap 15 in the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. A great restart from Angel O'Bara. He's gonna send it into turn number 1, and he's gonna try to take second, and he is gonna take second away from number 6, Scott Upton. Upton trying to get a 1 up top, but it does not work in 3 and 4, and O'Bara, who was the point leader before last week, he is up to second place. Team Trackhouse still looking very strong early on, and here comes Wyatt Walker in the number 20. He's one of he won at Auto Club, and he's one of those guys that I believe is in a wild card spot. Williams making it 3 wide for 4th. Very sketchy here at Richmond. I thought they were gonna crash, but they keep it straight. That was a crazy dive bomb move from Williamson. I think that 23 thinks that he has a fast Toyota once again, and he is gonna get past the 6 and this number 66. So for both RFK cars, they were up front. The 6 was up in second, but now dropping back a little bit. O'Bara trying to chase down the number 34 of Quentin Moore. At Auto Club, a Toyota won. Actually, no, I'm not gonna mention that. I'm dumb. At Las Vegas, a Chevy won the Chevy Camaro 400. Can a Toyota win the Toyota Let's Go Places 400? We just have to wait and see. Right now, we got the number 20 in 3rd, 23 in 4th, and then the 45 and Noah Clifton in 9th. He's had a rough season ever since the Daytona 500. He got a solid finish in the 500, but ever since then, the West Coast screen was not kind to him whatsoever, and now he is currently in 9th. So, 3 Toyotas inside the top 10. The first battle on track is between RFK teammates for 5th, I believe, yes it is, Logan Williams, number 17. He's had a little bit of a rough season so as well, and here comes the number 2 of Elijah Gordon, the Team Penske up front as well. A lot of forwards here in this one early on, and the concern keeps on happening. There's not a lot of Chevys up front once again, besides Team Trackhouse and Angel O'Bara. But Wyatt Walker gonna give the bumper to the number 1 of O'Bara, move him up the racetrack, and we got a great battle for second going on that number 22 now here at Richmond. Quentin Moore has done every single lap so far, but Wyatt Walker in this number 20 trying to take second spot away, and maybe he has something for that number 34 of Quentin Moore. He will take second spot away, and now Walker in the number 20 wants to chase down the 34 of Quentin Moore. He's done every single lap so far, but still very only on lap 23 of 100. Pretty good so far. I thought Zaya was gonna dive bomb it into 24 on Tyreek Huntman, but he's not gonna do that. And now Huntman's gonna go after Noah Clifton for that 9th spot. Here comes Logan Williams. He wants that 4th spot from Josh Williamson. Williamson, he's had speed all season, and finally got a result that he needed at Vegas and Phoenix, and looking like he has good speed again in that number 23 machine, but Logan Williams is going to take that 4th spot away. And it looks like O'Vea and Walker are slowly catching it in on this number 34 of Quinton Moore. Last time by it was 3 tenths, this time by they lost everything that they gained in 1 and 2. And 1 and 2 it looked like they gained, but in 3 and 4 Quinton Moore really pulled away. And kind of the same thing this time by 20 gained a lot in 1 and 2, but it looks like Quinton Moore is just so much better than everyone else in 3 and 4. Now O'Vea gonna try to take second away from Wyatt Walker. But Wyatt Walker gets a good enough one off turn number 2, and he's gonna keep that second place spot. There's a lot of good drivers right here. The 20, the 1, 17, 23, 2, 6, they're all right here. 2nd through 6th, who I think could potentially have something for Quinton Moore, but they just the batting 12 for 2nd on back. And O'Vea, all of the back bumper up to number 20 of Wyatt Walker. He might be getting tired of this number 20, and O'Vea trying to take 2nd again. This time by Walker does not get as good as a 1 off turn 2, and O'Vea looks be taking 2nd spot away, and he will. How about Logan Williams? He's had a rough season so far since number 17. Finally got a full-time ride in the Cup Series. Not a good start to the season, but trying to change it around here today at Richmond, and so far so good for that number 17 RFK. And I am sorry if you hear a dog once again. Anyway, Quinton Moore has all 30 laps so far. O'Vea in 2nd spot, and he's trying to chase it down the leaders. And here comes Logan Williams in the number 17, trying to take 3rd away, and maybe Wyatt Walker might not have a good long run car. Because Walker was in 2nd, and I thought he was catching Quinton Moore, but now he's starting to fade back from 2nd to 3rd to now 4th. And O'Vea, let's be catching Quinton Moore ever so slightly. Here comes Elijah going to the inside of Josh Williamson in the number 2 machine. Wants that 5th spot away from the number 23. And it looks like he's going to do it, potentially here, in 3 and 4. And he will. So, new 5th place goes to Elijah Gordon. And so far we got a Ford, a Chevy, a Ford, Toyota, and a Ford. And a Ford, and a Toyota, and a Chevy. And then a Ford and a Toyota. So a lot of Fords up front earlier on. And let's see, lap traffic. We are about to catch up with lap traffic. And with this being a short track, we will see lots of lap traffic. We are about half a lap away from catching up to the tail end of the main field, but when it goes to the 7 and the 9-1, we are only that much away. So we are going to see lap traffic very, very soon, and we will see lap traffic a lot here in this one. But Quinton Moore is still dominating here at Richmond, but O'Vea trying to chase him down. If they can get past lap 50, I think they should, in theory, be good on fuel. But the question I have is that no one really pitted under that caution other than the 43 of John Anderson's scrap damage. So, I don't know if that means that they know that they can't make it on fuel and that they are just going to stay out and save fuel. Or if they know that they can make it on stop and that they don't want to pit for Trappist. I don't know. But, now Quinton Moore here on the long one. O'Vea might have been running out of his stuff, because now Quinton Moore is starting to pull away, and he might have a little bit of draft on the 9-1 potentially. This is kind of like speedway short track. It's a fast short track, and Cromwell might have to draft off of 91. Doesn't look like there's any major battles going on at the moment here. First one is for 12 between Zachary Fitzwater and Memphis Fisher. Fitzwater chops the 7-7 off. And just going through the field. That's 3 wide between Mitchell Collins, Eli Bright, and Ronald Kennington. Could be a little bit sketchy right there. Oh, that was close between Stephen Collins and. Oh, there they go. There goes Team Ender. There goes Ben Watson. He's gonna save it. Oh no, there they. Never mind, Rick Whale. Brandon Beal. Watch out. Travis Crampton. The point leader. Jordan Stout. Owen Miles. And there they go. White Melee was going through the field. Some 3 wide melee. And the second caution is out on lap number 40. Lap number 41. I got a 30 lap green flag one right there. Now everyone's going to come down pit road here. I don't think they can go 60 laps. One says like 40 to 50 laps on fuel. I could be wrong. But, man, as soon as I look at the field, they crash. Oh. Joe Witkowski. Oh, he's a lap down. He got trapped a lap down, I think, unfortunately. With all that somehow. Everyone's on pit road. So, let's see what happens here. Will the 34 win the race off pit road? There's Logan Williams. And all of K with great pit stops for 6 and 17. Olvera with a terrible pit stop in the number 1. Same with the 22. Lots of guys. The Olvera, Mitchell Collins. The 66 to 20 with bad stops. I don't know if they got involved in a crash or not, but a lot of drivers with bad pit stops. And Olvera, who had a really good car, he's going to be in towards the back of the field now. And he might be a lap down, actually, unfortunately. Yeah, he's going to be a lap down. I don't know what happened to Olvera, but he is now going to be a lap down here in this one. That's unfortunate. Well, let's see what happened. Bring up the second caution of the day here in the trail. Let's go places for one. We saw it live, but let's go ahead and see what happened here at Richmond. Here we go. This was a long caution. They went from a long crash, I should say. Bat switch to the turns 3 and 4. They went 3 wide, kinda. Simon Cologne turned to 24, and then they went up the track into the 9 of Benny Watson. They saved it. Watson did a really good 360 save. Caution was all the way out at this point, so they were gonna be fine. But then, who was it? Was it Brandon Beal? No, it was Troy Smith again. That's the second time season that they've caused more than what it should have been for a caution, and that unfortunately caused Brandon Beal to go around in the 51, and then these guys were trying to avoid it, and they got onto the apron and just cramped and got into the side of the 21, the point leader. You don't want to be the point leader this season, apparently, because that's happened 2 weeks in a row where the point leader has had problems, and then 18 ran into his own teammate in the number 11 and ran them into the number 21. So, and then the 78 also went around and Richard Kino and I had the 15 get a piece of it. So, very unfortunate. 2 weeks from over, the point leader gets taken out here in the JBL Cup Series. Apparently, you don't want to be the point leader this season early on, or you will get involved in a crash or have a mechanical issue. So, or a tire issue. So, that's unfortunate, but Richmond, for the first time ever in the Cup Series, is already turning out to be interesting, to say the least. Here we go, full speed, and we watched this live. The 42 of Cologne got into the side of the 9. I'm entering turn 1, and then he was not happy with my guess, so he turned his teammate in the 24. And then Trey Smith in the 51 got involved, caused more melee than what should have, and then Crampton, Keynote spins, Jordan Stout spins, and then the 18 shoves the 11 of our miles into the number 21. Don't really know how the 8 got trapped the lap down, unfortunately. I don't really know how. And then I don't really know what happened to the one of Ovela, Mitch Collins, and Wyatt Walker. All three of them, they just, I don't know if it's the Jap broke, or if a wheel came off, or something. I don't really know, but they just got stopped on pit road, and that was kind of weird because the 2 out of the top 5 were just stuck on pit road, and it's all 3 of those same pit bosses. So I don't know, to be honest, but very unfortunate. It ended up being Quinton Moore with the number 1 pit stall, winning the race off pit road, and then RFK, the 6 and the 17 with great pit stops. And gonna be interesting what happens here on the restart. And let's go ahead and get to said restart here at Richmond, and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Welcome back to Richmond Raceway for race number 5 on the season, and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400, we will go back running on that number 46 of 100. Pretty good race so far. Lots of good battles on track. Criminal has every lap so far, but now these guys are gonna be on fresh tires, so it's kind of a clean slate to see what happens. Who knows if they can make it all the way on fuel. Gonna be about 55, 60 laps on fuel, depending on if they saved any under caution. Everyone is still out on the racetrack, but Overa, Eric Rue, and the number 8 of Joe Witkowski is somehow 1 lap down. Here we go, Quinton Moore, Logan Williams, Scott Upton, Josh Ramson, and Justin Seidel, the top 5, battling on that number 46 of 100. And once again, Quinton Moore, a great start. We saw it at the very start of the race. He got a great restart, and now, once again, he gets he did get a good start, and now he gets a great restart. Battle for fourth, I should say, between Seidel and Josh Williamson. And Seidel, he kind of popped up to the front out of nowhere. He quietly moved his way up to the front of the field, and now he might have something. But so far, no one's had anything for Quinton Moore, but maybe these RFK drivers can, because 17 analysts are up for it, and as of this recording, last week at Bristol, the 17 and RFK won at the Bristol Night Race, so maybe a week later, after the recording, as of September 23rd, when I'm recording this, maybe they can win here in the JBL Cup Series. But if they want to do that, they have to pass the unstoppable car of the day so far, and Quinton Moore. And so far, here comes Elijah Gordon, trying to take 4th spot away from the 5 machine. And he's gonna do that. And so far, there's been a lot of passing from 2nd on back, but no one's really been able to challenge the number 34. Playing more Logan Williams, he's pushing that number 17 Ford Mustang. Now he's catching ever so slightly. Last time by is 0.29, this time by 0.33. So I thought he gained, but he lost just a little bit on the number 34 machine. And here comes Team Trackhouse. The number 1 might be a lap down, the number 91 might be a lap down, but when in doubt, here comes the 3rd Trackhouse car, and Mark Garcia. He's moving his way to the front, just outside of the top 10. It is still Quinton Moore out front in the number 34 for Front Row Motorsports, the veteran of this team. Of course, they got Tyree Hartman, the rookie, and they've been up and downs. Sometimes they've been good and sometimes they've not been good so far for Motorsports, but they are looking really good. This one, halfway through the Toyota Let's Go place is 400, and here comes Josh Manson. He's trying to take this spot again from the 5 of Justin Liddell and no, Clifton, he's once again back inside the top 10, and he's up to 7th now, so 23-11, looking really, really strong here at the short track of Richmond Raceway. And so is the number 6 and the number 7 of RFK. They are really catching on this number 34 of Quinmore, and now, I don't know if they went on the wrong adjustment for the 34, or if RFK made some good adjustments, because the pit crew gone out second and third, and they've stayed that way, and they are catching the Quinmore, especially the 17 of Local Millions. And we are gonna catch up to the 91 of Eric Drew already. He's doing 22-second lap times, and we are doing 20.7. So we are about half a lap away from everyone else. Eric Drew, he has a lot of damage, and that might change things here. First time up the race that we are gonna have lap traffic here in the Toyota Let's Go Places 400, and there's Eric Drew and number 91. One more gonna go to the inside here. He's gonna get by, and Logan Williams is gonna get by as well. So no real problems for these leaders, at least for the 34 and the 17. I think Quinmore actually got the best out of that, because he looked like he gained on his lead a little bit. Oh, Josh Williamson's gonna get uh, used by a pick from Justin Seidel, and he's gonna forfeit that spot and give Seidel up to 5th in the number 5 car. But so far, it's still Quinmore. He's trying to do something I don't think has been done in the JBL Cup Series. Start on the pole, lead every single lap, and win. I don't think that's happened before. It might have, but I don't remember. Here comes Colin Quapley. He's up for it. I don't know. Oh no, there goes the lap car. Oh my god, watch out. Terrible crash. It's the Richmond big one. Oh my god. There goes 18. There goes the 15. We are still wrecking them. The Richmond big one strikes Ryan Dwani. I think he might have hit the pit rails or something. I don't know. Team Trackhouse just died. Oh my god. The Richmond big one. And that was all because of the number 91 of Eric Drew. That was all because of him. He was slow, and he caused that. Man, oh man. And now these guys are going to come back down. They should be able to make it all the way on fuel from here. Since it's under 40 to go. But Glenmore's not pitting. Quinton Moore, Noah Clifton, Zachary Fitzwater, those, and Ben Watson, they decide to stay out on old tires. On, what, like 10, 15 lap old tires? Everyone else is pitting. And I think everyone else is taking 4 tires. Yeah, everyone else for the most part is taking 4 tires. So this is interesting. Is track position might be important here, but only 3 or 4 guys stayed out on 10 or 15 lap old tires. Everyone else pitted. Oh boy. Well, this has been an interesting one. Continuing the trend of wild races to start the season. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the third caution of the day. A double flip, a double trackhouse flip, and a big one here at Richmond Raceway in the JBL Cup Series. Well, here we go. This is all on Team Trackhouse. Half of it is on the number 91 of Fair 2 for being so slow with that damage, but then I'm putting half of the blame on his teammate Juan Garcia because he didn't have to get that close to his teammate, but he ended up hooking him off of turn number 4. And this is a big hit all the way for it through. Boom, and then just weirdly enough, Juan Garcia just comes down the track and flips the 901 and flips himself upside down. Mono Kennington barely got clipped. He is going to be out into the catch fence. And then Abel gets hit. Nathan Orman gets hit. Ryan Dewani, Lance Smith Jr. And then down the track they go with Lance Smith Jr. and Tyree Hartman. Tyree Hartman is going to go up the track right there into Travis Crampton. And then 18 missed the pit bells, but because he did that, he spun around. And then they continue to stack them up behind here with Troy Gossett and the 3 and the 4 and just everyone. And the 15 also spun out as well. There's just so much stuff that happened. The 43 and the 38 get involved again. And then the 3 runs into the 41, into the pit bales. There's so many accidents that happen all in one. Gonna be a lot of replays, and unfortunately, a lot of tournament next gens here at Richmond Raceway. Here we go, following along with the lap car of Eric Drew, and just he got turned, and that was a real hit. Like, he got hit, and he hit the wall, and he got hit by the 91, or the 99, I should say, all at the same time, and that's just very, very weird. I was not expecting to have a double flip at Richmond, out of all places, but it happened. Following along with the 99 of Juan Garcia, he takes one heck of a ride down the back strip right here. And he ends up landing on top of the wall right at the start of turn 3, and absolutely crazy, devastating crash for Team Trackhouse. We go following on one more time to show the entirety of the crash, just boom, boom, barreling up the track, boom, boom, and just around goes to 38, and then around goes to 18, and then these guys piling back here, and just everyone kept on piling in, and massive crash here at Richmond. It's got a lot of good cars, and it's gonna be interesting of how strategy plays out, because most of the field pitted, but only 3 or 4 cars stay out here at Richmond. Let's go ahead and go back green in the trailer. Let's go places 400. Welcome back to Richmond Raceway. We will go back green on lap number 66 of 100 with 35 laps to go. Top 4 stay out on 10 to 15 lap old tires of Quinton Moore, Noah Clifton, Zachary Fitzwater, and Benny Watson. But from 5th on back, they all pitted with 10 or 15 lap flusher tires, and we are going to have 35 laps to go, so that's going to be very interesting what happens with that. Unfortunately, the 19, 44, 3, 66, 99, 41, 43, and 91 are all out from that crash. We still have 32 cars on the track and 27 on the lead lap. 35 laps to go. With Quinton Moore out front, can he survive these guys that are on 10 or 15 lap slusher tires? We just have to wait and see. I don't know what's going on, and I think some of these guys will have damage, and I think Ben Watson's one of them because of the right side damage that he has. Yeah, he has right side damage. A lot of cars have damage, so we might see a lot of lap traffic because Woman has no front end, and Mitchell Collins has no front end, so we might see lap traffic come into a factor even though it's only 34, 35 laps. Here comes Noah Clifton. He's on old tires, but so is Quinton Moore, and what a 1 and 3 and 4, and here comes Quinton Moore. Here comes a challenge for Quinton Moore with Noah Clifton in the number 45. No one's been able to challenge the 34 all day. but Quentin Moore gets a great one off turn number 2, and he's gonna keep the race lead. You cannot try passing this number 34 up in 1 and 2, especially against how good his car has been. And yeah, Ben Watson is definitely holding these guys up, because he was holding up 10 and a 6. He's not really tailed that bad, but he has enough right side damage at this short track at least that it matters. And Barry Watson's gonna move Colin Quapley out of the way, but he should be able to get past the 9 right here, and he will. The 9 Barry Watson does not have great straightaway speed, but how about Memphis Fisher, Dale Camel? Some of these guys up front, and we got a caution, I heard that. 4th caution of the race, and it is for the number 78 of Richard Kinghart. I think it was just a simple spin. All I heard was a spin. So there's the 4th caution of the day, and that might have saved Quinn Moore right there. Because Scott Upton and Colin Quapley got past the number 9 of Ben Watson, and I guarantee you, with those 10 or 15 lap pusher times that they had, they would have, they would have caught up to him. So are these guys gonna pit to pull that stay out the last time? No, Clifton, Zachary Fitzgerald, and Ben Watson are gonna pit, but Quinton Moore is still gonna stay out. That team must think that it's gonna be a trap position game, because I mean, I can't blame him. He's had the call of the day, but now everyone else that are on 10 or 15 lap flusher tires to them are all over his back bumper. The 6, 10, 47, 77, 42, 17. All these guys are on flusher tires than he is, so he has no buffer now. I get that it's trap position, and like now everyone that is pinning here, like Clifton, Fitzgerald, and Watson, they're gonna restart in the 20s, roughly, but now they're gonna have flusher tires than everyone else, even the guys that pitted under the last caution. That's very interesting, to say the least. Let's go ahead and quickly see what happens. Bring out the 4th caution of the day of what looked like to be a simple spin for the number 78 of Richard Kinghart. Travis, what did he do? Travis Crampton turned the number 78 in turns 3 and 4, and the 78 of Richard Kinghart hit the outside wall pretty hard with some real damage, and unfortunately that brought out the 4th caution of the day. Travis, you have some explaining to do to randomly turn Richard Kinghart. But other than that, just a simple spin, and good thing that it was a simple spin after what we just saw was a big one. We will go back green here at Richmond. More still out front, but means they're getting much more interesting. But because Ben Watson, Zachary Fitzgerald, and Oakland just now pitted, and they're gonna have flusher tires than everyone else, including Quinn Moore. But then from second on bat, they're gonna have 10 or 15 lap flusher tires than Quinton Moore as well. So Quinton Moore, he's had the best car all day long, but I don't know. Everyone else behind him is gonna have flusher tires than he will. So I don't know. Maybe he's banking on more cautions. We just have to wait and see. But let's go ahead and get back to the restart here at Richmond for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Welcome back to Richmond Raceway. We will go back green with on lap number 77, and with 26 laps to go, everyone that was on track is still on track. And here's the interesting thing: Noah Clifton and Zachary Fitzgerald and Ben Watson, they are going to restart in 25th, 26th, and 27th. They are going to have flusher tires than everyone else in front of them, but from 24th through 2nd, they will have flusher tires than Quinton Moore. Basically, Quinton Moore could be screwed because 2nd on back is on flush tires. A couple on flusher tires than everyone else, but most of the field has flusher tires than Quinton Moore. Quinton Moore, Scott Upton, Colin Quapley, Dale Campbell, Memphis Fisher, Stephen Collin, Logan Williams, Wyatt Walker, Tway Smith, and Justin Zidell. Some drives up front here late, and that's what I was afraid of. Those 10 or 15 lap older tires didn't really get the jump that uh, everyone else on fresh tires would, and nearly for the first time all the way strong, it's Scott Upton in the number 6 machine. And Colin Quapley's in second, and Quinton Moore, I am questioning his crew chief, because now he's going to be swamped for the rest of this one. It goes to 47 to 77, the 10 to 6, and everyone is just going to get past Quinton Moore here. And now the oh my goodness, the Daytona 500 champion Colin Quapley almost turned Scott Upton right there. And now we have a race for the win. Now we have a battle here, because now Quinton Moore is out of the picture. As long as we don't get another caution, he's out of the picture, because they wouldn't pit again, I don't think, for tires. But with these guys being on fresh tires, oh my goodness, Seidel and Elijah Gordon. I'm very curious on what ends up happening with these guys back here, Fitzy and Noah Clifton, because they are on maybe 5-10 lap fresher tires than everyone else besides Quinton Moore, so maybe they might be able to do something, but they only got 20 laps to do it, and that's not a lot of time at Richmond Raceway. Scott Upton out front in the number 6 machine. Colin Quapley, the Daytona 500 champion. Very impressive for this number 10 machine. He got second, I believe, at Las Vegas, so he's had some good ones trying to get another second place or another win on the season. Not had a repeat winner yet. Only 4 races in. Here comes Daytona 500 post Memphis Fisher. Out front out of nowhere. And here comes Dale Canmore up front. Stephen Collin. Last time I saw him, he turned Benny Watson and caused the Richmond big one, and now he's up front. Logan Williams, I don't know why I just said Logan Williams. I should say is in P6. Justin Zidell and 7th, and here comes Josh Williamson. He's back up front in the number 23 machine. He had to fight his way back to the front, but he's doing it. And Travis Swanson, who turned the number 78 to bring out the last caution, just a single color spin. Now he's up front. So a lot of guys up front making moves, and I think that's just because these guys know that they don't have a lot of time left. But Scott Upton, he's starting to pull away. We've seen how much speed the 6 and the 17 for RFK has had all race long. They've probably been some of the best cars other than the 34 of Quinton Moore, and now they are out front. Well, the 6 is out front for Upton. But it's not over because we will have lap traffic from at least the number 4, Brian Beal, who's going 21.9s. Basically the same speed of Eric Drew, and we saw what happened with Eric Drew. He flipped and his teammate flipped as well. So this ain't over. 14 laps to go at the line here for the first ever Richmond race for the JBL Cup Series, and it has been a wild one to say the least. Been some pretty solid racing. Been tough to pass, but it's been you've been able to pass, and the only reason why it's been hard to pass for the lead was because Quinton Moore had a really fast car, but his crew did not make the right strategy, and he's just still dropping that in the number 34 machine. And here comes Noah Clifton on those 5 to 10 lap fresher tires. It might work out for him for maybe a top 10, but I don't think it's really going to work out for him. Strategy at the end with tires and everything like that. Josh Williamson, he's moving up. He's going to take 7th place away from Justin Zidell. And hold the phone, we are not done yet. We got a 5th caution. What's it for Quinton Moore? Quinton Moore has damage. I think something happened to Quinton Moore. Well, he wanted a caution, I think, for fresh tires, but that's not how he wanted to be. I don't think he wanted to be the caution. Ah, man, what a weird race here at Richmond. 5 cautions for 90 laps. That's not terrible, but this season we've had a lot of cautions. Phoenix, we didn't really have that many, but This one, 5 cautions, and now we're gonna have a late race restart. This always happens. We keep on having late race restarts this season of the JBL Cup Series. I don't know how, but we keep on getting them, and we will have a short track late race shootout here at Richmond Raceway for the first several races here. Definitely gonna be a memorable one to say the least. And like, don't think anyone's gonna pit yet. No one's gonna pit from here on out. So, oh no, what happened to Boy in the Beal? He decided to go down. So he was always last car on the racetrack. He was gonna go lap down if it stayed green. Well, another lap down, I should say, because he was all the way lap down. And now he has a tire under caution. So let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out the 5th caution of the day, and hopefully the last caution of the day here in the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Here we go. I was right. Trey Smith turned more, kind of like of what Travis Frampton did, and a big hit into the outside wall. That one, I'd say, is kind of a racing incident because Quinmore was on older tires than everyone else, and Trey Smith, I guess, had enough of it. So that is unfortunate. Quinmore went from dominating this race, definitely gonna get the bonus point for the pole and lean a lap and lean the most laps by far, but it's not been a good race ever since his crew chief decided not to have him pit, and once he got on old tires and on older tires and everyone else, things just fell from the top to the bottom for that 2014. And 5 cautions. Wasn't really expecting it. I knew that it might have happened because of it being a short track, but I didn't think it was gonna happen. Most of them haven't been that bad, honestly. It's just the Richmond big one. But we are not done here. We're gonna have a late race shootout for I think the 3rd or 4th time this season already, and we're only 5 races in. And we have to wait and see. Can Scott Upton win and get his first win on the season? Will Colin Quapley go and get his 2nd win on the season and become the first rider with 2 wins? Can Memphis Fisher get his first career win on the channel? Can Derek Campbell get another win on the channel? Colin Williamson, Seidel, who knows of what will happen on this restart. Let's get to the restart here at Richmond for the Toyota Let's Go Places 404 race 5 on the season. Welcome back to Richmond Raceway for race number 5 on the season and for the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. And it's been a wild Richmond race for the first several races here at this racetrack in the JBL Cup Series, and it's going to get even more wild because we are going to have only 6 laps to go here in this one, and the top 10 will be Scott Upton, Colin Quapley, Memphis Fisher, Dale Campbell, Stephen Colon, I should say, Logan Williams, Josh Williamson, Justin Seidel, Wyatt Walker, and Elijah James, the top 10. 6 laps to go, and who knows of what will happen. Can Scott Upton hang on and get the job done? Let's find out. 6 to go in the Toyota Let's Go Places 400 at Richmond Raceway. A decent restart for the number 6 of Scott Upton for RFK Racing, but can the number 10 of Colin Quapley get there and get his 2nd win on the season? He got a great 1 and 2 that time by, and he's going to try to dive bomb 3 and 4 Colin Quapley. He got 2nd at Las Vegas. He won the season for Daytona 500. A great rookie season for the number 10 machine. Trying to get his 2nd win on the season already. But you got Memphis Fisher up here as well. The top 3 are all rookies in the JBL Cup Series. And then beyond them, you got Dale Campbell in the number 47. 4 laps to go. Can Upton hang on to it? Or will it be Fisher or Quapley? Here comes Dale Campbell. He might have something for that 3rd place spot of Memphis Fisher, I should say. Logan Williams, he's bouncing back in that number 17 machine. Could be a really good day for RFK. Both cars might be getting a top 5 finish. 2.5 laps to go. Scott Upton driving the wheels off that number 6 violent defense for the Mustang, trying to hang on to it. 2 laps to go. Does not look like a Chevy is gonna win. A Ford will win. The Toyota Let's Go places for it, but which one will it be? Will it be Quapley or Upton? Quapley has to pit. No, he has to pit. He can't make it. I thought they were good on fuel. The 15 can make it. The 22 can make it. The 34 can't make it. That hurts. Down the backstretch for the final time. Scott Upton for all FK Racing. Upton wins at Richmond and will win the Toyota Let's Go Places 400. Apparently they were barely good enough on making our fuel for most of them, but unfortunately for Colin Quapley and a couple others, they were not able to make it all the way. That's unfortunate for Colin Quapley. What a race here at Richmond for the first time ever for the JBL Cup Series to be at this racetrack. And oh yeah, we are going to be here in the chase as well. So, and that's going to be under the lights. And if this is what happens here during the day, I don't know what's going to happen under the lights here at Richmond. What a race. What a wild race. 5 cautions. Richmond big one, but still not a lot of cars out, relatively speaking. Only 8 cars were out, so not too bad of a race here at Richmond. Tough to pass, but strategy at the end. Quentin Moore's team kind of messed up late, and that changed the whole complexity of it, and it ended up being won by a couple laps ago, actually, or a couple restarts ago. Scott Upton and Colin Quapley got a good restart, and Quentin Moore on those old tires. It didn't work out for him, and yeah, passed immediately, and that ended up being the race win right there for Scott Upton, pretty much. And he was able to hold off Colin Quapley until he had to pit late, unfortunately, and he gets the win here in this one. Derek Hamill gets second, Memphis Fisher third. Great ones for those 2 drivers, kind of popped up out of nowhere. Great one for RFK, came the win, and Logan Williams in 4th. They've needed some momentum. The 6 has been good this year, and the 17's had speed, but finally getting a race done for them, where they get a good position where they deserve. Josh Winston, another good one. I think he got a top 5, top 7 last week at Phoenix. And he gets another good one here at Richmond. So that 23 team, it started off the kind of rusty and shaky, but they bounced back with a good one for that 23 machine. Stephen Collin, kind of controversial. He caused the he basically started the one of the crashes here, but he gets 6th. Walker, he bounces back to 7th. Roger James in 8th out order. Seidel, he was in the top 10 all day long. Same with Elijah Gordon. Tway Smith, he caused a couple of accidents, so he got involved in a couple, and he gets 11th. Great one for Fitzy. Didn't really mention him a lot, but in the book out for Fitzy and Noah Clifton, the 2 Aussies, and Ben Watson, actually, those 3 had maybe 5-7 lap fresher tires than everyone else late, and they worked out pretty good. 12th, 14th, and 16th for those 3. Jordan Edwards in 13th, Richard Kinghart in 15th, Brian Nelson in 17th, Brampton in 18th, Stout in 19th, Owen Miles in 20th, Alton Marina in 21st, and Nathan Stapleton rounds out the guys that were on the lead lap in 22nd. And then unfortunately for Colin Quapley, he had a shot late, but he couldn't make it, and he gets 23rd, 1 lap down. Still not too bad, but he could have won, or he had a shot at getting the race win. Then Watkowski, Lance Smith Jr., O'Bara, White, Hartman, Beal, Reynolds, Collins, and more rounds out the guys that were 1 lap down. And then unfortunately for Abel, Kennington, Monaco, Gossett, Garcia, Dewani, Andrews, and Drew, they all got taken out in the Richmond big one. Unfortunately, with the double flip, that's gonna be memorable. We probably had some memorable moments this season, and that's gonna be something that we won't forget for a long time. A double flip at Richmond with the Team Trackhouse guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Scott Upton and for Roush Fenwick Kowski Racing on getting the race win here at Richmond Raceway. First time ever winners for that number 16. Pretty interesting race, to say the least. And it's gonna be interesting next time out. Next time out, it will be the second Crown Jewel race on the season. It will be the I believe the Denny's Southern 500. It's the 7500, but I don't remember the race name exactly. It's Darlington. Under the lights, the first night race on the season. 92 laps at Darlington. That's gonna be a long one. And that's gonna be a good one, to say the least. Thank you guys so much for watching here at Richmond Raceway. First time ever here, and it did not disappoint. Congratulations to Scott Upton for getting the race win in the Toyota Let's Go Places Bonnet. And until next time at Darlington Raceway, I will see you guys then. Bye!